working here in the chapter test for chapter 2 on page 156, beginning with number 7. You'll remember that I don't like to have the variable on the right hand side of the equation, so I'm going to flip this equation around to 3 minus 4x equals 15. The inverse operation for positive 3 is to subtract 3. Have to do it to both sides. When I do that, 3's cancel, and I end up with negative 4x equals 12. Inverse operation for negative 4 times x is to divide by negative 4 on both sides. And when I do that, I get x equals negative 3. Problem number 8 has quite a few fractions, and we've already discussed that a way to eliminate the fractions is to multiply everything by the common denominator. The common denominator for 3, 5, and 6 is 30. And so I'm going to multiply every fraction by 30. And when I do that, I get 20a plus 6 equals 35. Now this is a simple two-step equation. To undo a plus 6, we do minus 6 to both sides. Those 6's cancel, and we end up with 20a equals 29. To undo a 20 times a, we divide by 20. Those 20's cancel, and I end up with a equals 29 over 20, since that fraction doesn't reduce, or if you prefer decimals, 1.45. My third problem for this little video is number 11. Number 11 happens to have a lot of interesting math here. First thing we're going to do is deal with these parentheses using the distributive property. So I do 3 times q and then 3 times negative 2. Please be careful with that negative. That leaves me with 3q minus 6 plus 2 equals 5q minus 7 minus 2q. You'll notice that on both sides I have some like terms that I can combine. I have a minus 6 and a plus 2, and over here I have a 5q and a negative 2q. When you combine those terms on the left side, you end up with 3q minus 4 equals 3q minus 7. When we have like terms, like variables on opposite sides of the equal sign, we have to use the inverse operation. So here I'm going to go minus 3q, and over here minus 3q. Well, since those 3q's cancel, I end up with negative 4 equals negative 7. And this does not make any sense. So I'm going to write that there's no solution. There is no value for the variable that'll make this equation work.